What in oblivion is this?
Oblivion is right. It took all the power I had to make this storm perpetual.
You made this? Oh, God. Do you have any more bombshells you want to drop? Just how powerful did you make this thing? Oh, I'm having trouble. Just stick.
Steady, friend. I'll have to keep hold of you while we step through.
Man, your chest is cold. I mean, don't you dare tell anyone about this. I'll never hear the end of it from Misty.
I wouldn't dream of it. Now come, we must hurry. Renara is in there. I know it.
I find it hard to believe that anyone could get through here unscathed. How are we going to... Whoa, wait a minute! No!
Damn, I know Grim is a powerful spellcaster, but this is ridiculous. A permanent storm that attacks intruders and tries to turn you around? Fucking ludicrous.
He's dangerous, all right, but the whole council are powerful. I bet they came together to make this storm. That must be why Renara came here.
You think she has some way through the storm that we don't? I doubt it. No, this is Grim's magic. I can just sense it. Nothing is beyond my magical senses. I can see...
You better not have died! Complete fool. My magic senses are amazing. What utter nonsense.
Oh, shut up. And look what I found.
No way. I've heard about this door.
Come off it. There's no way you know about a mysterious stone door hidden in a damn storm. This door looks like it's been buried under thousands of years of sand.
Shut up. I'm serious. I know this door. It's from one of the old stories they taught us in the Bard's College. And so it was that the twisted monster would be locked away, damned and doomed by the moon itself for daring to hunt the mouse by moonlight. Ivun forged a door of pearl-white moonstone embossed with the icons of his foe, Elvan Nas, as a cruel jest to enrage the god. For Ivun knew what Elvan Nas had done to aid the Tabby and swore that this predator would become the moon's prey. Ivun demanded Elvan Nas be cast out for breaking the divine laws by interfering in mortal lives, but was instead cast out himself for breaking that same rule to save the mouse. Ivun's last known words to the gods were that he'd hoped it was worth it, just to win a bet.
I don't believe it. You actually opened it. How did you... Whoa. What was that? In the story you said this place was a tomb? Just what kind of monster is buried here?
Holy shit! Oh, Grim, where are we? This architecture.
You can't just gloss over that shit! You can't just gloss over a fucking bombshell and expect us to move on! What? Explain yourself! I can't wait to hear your reasons for keeping this hidden!
I should have kept my mouth shut.
Renara? Renara! Are you okay? How did you escape? Where are we? No, forget that last one. We need to get you back to your real body. We're keeping it safe for you.
Again? Are you even listening to what I'm saying? Hello?
I'll be fine. But breathe, Eldurrino, before you keel over.
Speaking of keeling over, you still have to explain what happened.
Nix, this isn't something one easily speaks of.
I can't with her.
There is a reason Renara is a powerful nature spirit and magic caster.
Fine. A very, very, very long time ago, I died being chased by a monster. And then I remember waking up and having these powers.
Wait, what? You died?
Long before the oldest of the Coldread Council were ever born. It's why when you and Zamoody arrived in this realm looking for a place to form your council, you found me already here, tending to the river.
Wait a goddamn fucking minute. You're older than Grim? You're older than literal death! I thought he was the one that brought you back!
Well, I'm older than Grim, but not older than him.
That cleared up literally nothing.
Good.
By the gods, stop being so damn cryptic all the time. We get it. You have mysterious backstories. Ooh, big deal. Start answering some questions, please.
It would take too long to explain. We should leave this place before anything else happens.
What's going on? I knew this place felt dangerous. Why did you bring me here?
Are you fucking kidding me? What now?
No! That door was locked by the truth!
Oh, come on! Can we stop having dramatic shit go down for literally 10 minutes?
So, tell me again why in the hell we are down here.
Because you felt it too. As soon as we found that little entrance, you could feel the evil pouring out of it.
Which is only getting stronger the further down this tunnel we go. Oh, I don't like the idea of finding out the source of this feeling.
Nor do I. But let's face it, Tempest will be elbow deep in whatever it is, and I don't want to be caught off guard. Now, shh. I think I see something.
And just where do you two think you are running off to?
You see what happened was there was this storm and I slipped
here,
and fell
somewhere,
on some rocks and
looking.
then we found
Enough! I don't want to hear it. There is nothing you can do to get yourselves out of this. Once again, you failed and have allowed that nature witch to escape. And instead of being hot on her heels, I find you two skulking down in a cave. I have half a mind to give you a reward.
Do not take him.
Found him. I don't believe it. I have searched endless lifetimes to find this tomb, and it's you two that have found it. No doubt by sheer dumb luck.
I'm sorry, but what exactly have we found? Okay, yeah, I guess we found it.
Grim's tomb. And all it needs is that little touch of irony.
Raven, I'm still not following. Is there more to that story?
Yeah, let me see. It goes like this. The monster within can only be released by the power of the god that is no more.
That would be Evoon, right? So, moonlight.
Yeah, but there's something that's bothering me. Now that I'm remembering this story, I have to ask you something.
Go for it.
You are 100% sure that Grim is the one that made this storm.
Without a doubt. And now that you mention it, even this tunnel reeks of his magic.
Then we have a big problem. Because the story ends with the god of the moon becoming a keeper of the dead.
Wait, you mean Grim is Evoon?
We've been picking a fight with a fallen god!
It's really about time you pathetic maggots figured it out.
This isn't funny! He's a god! On the mortal plane! That hasn't happened since long before the old gods abandoned this realm. It's said they used to cause so many wars that they made a rule that they couldn't intervene in the lives of mortals. The only reason he hasn't just destroyed us is because he couldn't do it without damaging the realm. He's that powerful.
If you really think he's that powerful, then go. Run away. Go crawling back to him and beg for his forgiveness. I will not be so weak. After all, was it not Grim that let you die and be reborn as undead monsters? Now you, Conjurer, no one can summon light in this tomb, but moonlight must strike this body for my champion to rise again.
It's quite simple. I just need to summon a series of mirrors along the tunnel to reflect the moonlight. Then the spell will be broken.
No, that's not right. Champion. If he's your champion, and the story is true, then that makes you Elvarnas, the god of cruelty. Grim didn't let me die. He was protecting the realm from you.
Hey, what are you guys talking about?
This was your plan from the beginning. You made sure I'd die.
He what?
And again, it took you so long to realize that the ever-loyal Cold-Read Council didn't betray and abandon you. I simply stopped them from getting anywhere near you. And from then on, you would become my foolish little puppet.
Now wait just 1 minute. That's sick. I never really agreed with the council, but you killed thousands because of a bet.
And now it is far too late for the likes of you to stop me. Man, you were a pathetic parlor trickster before my servant showed you the way. And Raven, all you would have ever been is a second-rate bard playing second fiddle to your betters. Both of you fit perfectly beneath my boot. The two of you would be nothing without my designs. You are nothing without me!
I can feel again. I can see. This place. It feels familiar. It smells of home, of suffering. You have returned to me, just like you promised. I knew you would come back.
Indeed, Gracchus. The time has come.
What must we do?
Dispose of these wretches.
Oh, with pleasure.
Hey, wait, we can talk about this. I mean, wait.
Crap. crap.
Indeed.
Ruh-roh.
Indeed.
Jesus. Did we lose Matt and Ravenmane? Oh my god. No.
I'm not
everything's
gonna
fine.
tell you
Everything's fine,
at all.
probably.
I'm not going to tell you at all. You might have. They might have.
Renara,
How dare you.
leaving
They
us
might
in
not have.
suspense like
They
that.
might not have if you don't know, but we'll have
Lucky-
to just see for...
Lucky enough, by the end of the month, there is hopefully another intro that'll. We'll see what happens.
We'll see.
We'll see. Darn it.
We'll
Darn
see.
it. Well, welcome everybody to ColdRead the Podcast. That was a wonderful, wonderful intro by Renara. And Fire and Brimstone says that was damn good. I completely agree. It's well done. Well done. So welcome to the show. This is a podcast by voice actors for voice actors. We pretty much like to we want to talk to you, so go ahead. If you want to have any questions, anything you want us to talk about, send us an email, coldreadthepodcast@gmail.com, coldreadthepodcast@gmail.com. We're also sitting in our Discord at the moment if you want to join us. I know a couple people have, and thank you so much to the new members that have come in. If you have any audio for us that you want us to listen to, please feel free to send it to us. We'd love to hear it. We give constructive feedback, which we've done to each other, and we've all grown because of it. So, with all of that said and done, whew, I'm still getting chills from the intro. Well done, Renara. Good job. It's hard to follow up. For those of you that are here, there was a spontaneous karaoke session that we did at the beginning of the before the episode, a couple hours. If you want to join us, please feel free to come in. We're going to try to do this at the beginning of the months. It was a lot of fun. We ended up picking up Ravenmane as our guest today. Yep. Thank you, Ravenmane. Hello.
Hello, this is my award toilet.
Yeah, I was gonna say he's not the guest. The award is the guest.
Absolutely.
The award
yes.
is the guest, yes.
It's fair.
If you want to know what the hell we're talking about, please join us in the YouTube replay if you're not here in person. We will get to the award here in just a moment, but let's check in with the other hosts first. So, checking in from the other side of the world. Renara, how are you?
So, well, I mean, this week has been a bit sort of up and down. I've been like full on focused on the intro, and there was like a moment where I was like, am I gonna get this done? Like, am I actually gonna get this done? Because I asked for all my audio in like a day earlier than I would normally do, because we had karaoke. So I was like, do I have enough hours on Sunday? I don't know. Okay, can everyone get it in on Thursday rather than Friday? And I think like 2 people were able to do that, and it was like, oh, okay. I had a mini like panic, and then I spent all of Saturday just trapped in my booth going, I've got to fucking finish this.
Oh, no.
But I did it, and it's good, and it's fine. My sanity is somewhat in check. I've just kind of been focusing on that really at the minute. Didn't get the $100 episode thing. They haven't got back to me, so I presume didn't get that. Okay. It's fine. Oh well. In regard, Skywind, they finally checked through my other townsfolk and bandit stuff for the Dunmer, so hopefully I should be doing my last retakes for that, and then they'll conjoin everything. Then I've got the 2 other cards I've got to do for that, because I can't say no. But other than that, I mean, I'm just sort of getting back into the swing of it. I had a stupid ass tummy bug that kind of messed me up massively, which sucks. But yeah, I'm just trying to balance life, the universe, and everything. So karaoke was good though.
Oh, good. I'm glad. It was kind of therapeutic. I was very happy about that. We'll talk about that in a second, hopefully. Misty, how are you?
Second time, but I officially passed my driver's test yesterday.
Yeah!
Kind of, because I wouldn't call it practicing. I mean, I've been driving around in my damn car, so obviously it was like, if I don't pass, then that's a crime, I feel like, for me, because it's like, what have I been doing? I feel like I've been doing pretty good. Apparently I wasn't dinged down for anything, so
nice.
Yay.
Ooh, perfect. Good job.
Yes!
You get a
like,
grats from Magmorta, and Fire Brimstone says, yay, congratulations.
Thank you.
Excellent.
So I did that, and just gotta take everything to DPS tomorrow. Apart from that, so I've just been with like expenses and all that. So voice acting, I'm just hoping to audition for the Oh my god, I totally forgot. The Ultimate VO Survivor competition.
Ah.
And then audition for that. Deadline's October 15th, so I have time, but
do it.
I do want to submit for that, at least in 2 categories I'll see, and then yeah, we'll just have to look into that.
You're gonna have to fight me for it.
Oh god, okay.
Wow, gauntlet
We all
thrown.
should submit for that, honestly. I think that would be really
No, yeah,
cool.
I agree. Yeah,
Yeah.
everyone, including Raven. Raven, get in this shit.
Yes, I think that'd be really, really fun. And
He's like, I have a full-time job and I go to school. Fuck you.
busy people, I envy you so much because it's like a lot of my time it's just like I'm just stressing, and then when I think about auditioning and stuff, it's always like I will, but
you got this. You
Yeah.
got this. 100% you got this.
Very happy to hear that you got your driver's license, though.
Yeah,
that's awesome. And it was breaking the law, you driving without one. So, very happy to hear that that's no longer a thing.
I had to. I'm sorry.
No, I know.
Hey, you passed it now. You're fine. You're fine.
You're fine. Yeah, it's 100%.
Fine. You are
grandfathered in.
Yep.
What are laws if not meant to be broken?
ColdRead does not condemn breaking any laws.
Is it breaking the law if you never got caught?
Yes.
I mean, I had a permit. The only thing I was breaking was that someone wasn't with me. That was the only thing.
They're with me on the phone, really.
My imaginary friends. They're right there. Yeah.
Very cool. Well, thank you, Misty. I hope everything turns out well on your I don't know if it's an audition or your entry. Let's see your entry into the contest.
Yeah. Entry, yeah. Sure.
Eldurrino, welcome.
Hi.
Hello.
What's up?
How are you?
I am better. So unbeknownst to a lot of people, I guess, I've been struggling again with maintaining this level of motivation that I need in order to start my career. And so, like the other night, Meg kind of like, cut me off. Essentially, I was loading up, a video game to play. She's like, "Shouldn't you be working on something?" And I was like,
"Nice."
I was like, "Yeah, maybe, but I don't really want to right now." And she's like, "No, you do it. Like you keep saying you're gonna do it, just fucking do it, So yeah, so it was a nice kick in the butt. And I'm gonna spoil next week's intro in saying this. Next week I'm not doing my series anymore as part of the intros. Reason being is, two things. One, it takes up too much time from our guest. I don't like making long intros when we have a guest on because, it detracts from them, which is not fair to them. And secondly, it's stressful. It's really difficult to write like a 15-page script every month, do all the stuff for it and put it out there. So, so I'm putting that to the side for the time being so that I can focus on just bettering myself in general. Signed up for Skillshare so that I can continue my education in many different facets. I finished my my book, Becoming a Writer, Staying a Writer. Very, very good read. Very enjoyable, very relatable. Which, yeah, that guy, the guy who wrote it, what is it? J. Michael Straczynski, I think. I think I'm pronouncing that correctly. Yeah, fantastic writer. I love. He did like Babylon 5 and.
Oh, okay.
He's had his hand in like everything, like comic books and movies and TV shows, and yeah, so very good read. And then I also have assigned myself a nice little challenge to make sure that I don't fall out of my creative bathtub. It's a bathtub now.
I like it.
So I starting as of the 29th, I am going to write at least a 1-page short story or just something a day for the next 30 days. I originally planned on just making it about horror, where I would take an experience that I had recently and then turn it into a horror story and write it out. Well, by day 3, that went out the window. I decided I'm just going to write whatever I feel like at that moment. As long as I'm putting it out there, that's really what I care about, is just doing something instead of doing nothing. Now, with that said, I would encourage anyone who is listening to do this with me, because even by day 3, it has already worked wonders. I have not put out a single video to TikTok, and as soon as I started doing that challenge, I put out 2.
Nice.
So, like, you'd be really surprised as to just giving yourself something as menial as this and seeing where it takes you. Now, it doesn't have to be about writing necessarily. It can be about voice acting. Read a script every day and record yourself and listen to it back. It can be music, practice an hour of your instrument. It can be, whatever you want it to be. Just something that you can do consistently for 30 days, even if it's, a 5 to 10 minute part of your day. And if you do record your stuff, please send it to us, coldreadthepodcast at gmail.com, because I personally would love to hear whatever you're making. Absolutely. And if you want to check out the stuff that I'm making, fantastic. I would love to share it with you and get some feedback on it. So, so all in all, doing good. I am just trying to keep it going. And lastly, whilst we were in our karaoke session, I got my headshots back.
Woo! Yay! Nice.
So, and most of them are pretty good. So,
you got to find the one.
Well, it was it's an amateur photographer, so
right.
I mean they're good shots, but I'm picky. So
which you should be. Really, I mean, it's a representation of you. Absolutely.
Yeah, well, that and I've had my hand in photography for a while, so I know what I'm looking for. Anyways, that's it.
Well, good. Glad to hear it. And thanks for being here. Thanks again for being in the karaoke session. It was nice. We got to hear we got to hear the voice. I'll say just the voice of Eldurrino.
The voice.
Yes.
Yeah. Don't do this ever.
Yeah.
Because it's gonna hurt your voice. Seriously.
Yeah.
I always tell people, don't do it unless you know what you're doing or someone's there to teach you, because it will fuck you up. Anyways, Mama, shut up.
No, it's fine. Personally, so it's been a hard week. There's a lot of stuff going on a personal level. Not really going to get too much into it. I did do one particular audition that I privately got invited to. So apparently, because of the Spanish, I'm getting a lot of Spanish-related auditions. Hopefully something will come out of it. Looks like they're still deciding, so they've listened to it, so we'll see what happens. Fire and Brimstone says, toilets and now a bathroom. Cold read the bathroom? No.
Cold read the bathroom.
Maybe.
Well,
Soft maybe.
Speaking of, let's find out. So if you're not watching on YouTube or here live, you're not seeing... Ravenmane has a new stand for the award. So Ravenmane, hello. How has your week been, first off?
Oh, what a week it has been. I have so many stories. I think we should probably address the toilet in the room. So for those of you who are audio only, you do not get the visual experience. Let me paint a word picture for you. I am in profile. My strong arm is facing the camera. You're welcome for that, visual people. And over to my left is a toilet on which my award is perched. Normally it's perched behind me or to my right on a shelf. Well, the shelf is not there right now, just the toilet. And you may be wondering what's with the toilet, so I'm going to tell you the God's honest truth for what happened. So here's what happened. The award, I don't know if I've ever actually addressed what the award is. It's an award for Best Leading Actor in a Musical from the New Jersey Association of Community Theaters. It's a little award show called the Perry Awards. It's like the Oscars if they didn't count for shit. And I was the incumbent actor for 2 years because, and I don't know if anyone knew this happened, there was a global pandemic that shut down the United States for 45 minutes, give or take. And now that COVID is over as far as the government is concerned, theater is happening again. And there was an award show this year. And a new actor, my good friend Zach, won for playing SpongeBob in the SpongeBob musical. He was sensational. I'm very happy for him, but I'm very unhappy because per the contract I signed when I won this award, now that I am the previous best leading actor in a musical, I need to display the award for 1 full calendar year on a toilet. And so that's how this ended up here. And that is where the award will live for a little under 354 days until the next New Jersey Association of Community Theaters Perry Awards, at which point Zach will have to put his award on a toilet.
Oh my God.
Lovely tradition.
It's beautiful.
So that's that. Other than that, this week I bought a bass guitar. That was really exciting.
Nice.
Yeah, it's not as entertaining, I don't think, as my toilet award, but bass guitar. It's a very nice bass guitar.
So are you? I know you're very musically inclined. You've got a keyboard right in front of you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, there it is. Yes, thank you. I see the I see the guitars hanging in the background.
Mm-hmm. Those are actually my junk guitars, which is very convenient. These are 2 guitars. The red one, the pickups are all fucked up because I need to get the electronics fixed. I was warned when I bought this, the electronics are bad, and I was like, it's probably not that bad. It's that bad. And I need to get it to a buddy to fix it. And that guitar over there, that is my acoustic guitar. And it has, it's an acoustic electric, and the electric part, I really wish there was a better way to say this, but the acoustic electric is prolapsing at the bottom. So, I really wish there was a better way to describe what...
Back to this?
Really just as Eldurrino was coming back.
Like, nope, I'm out again.
So we have dead electronics and prolapsing electronics, and that is the story of those wall instruments.
Nice.
Wow.
So welcome back, Eldurrino. Perfect time for you.
So Ravenmane has now. That was the 3rd time he told that story, and each time he kept adding new details about.
No, we were talking about the guitar that time.
No, I know, but prior to me leaving, he keeps adding new stuff to the story,
Yeah.
and it keeps catching me off guard. So I already had to pee, but then he kept doing that, and I was like, I'm gonna piss myself if I sit here. So.
Oh my gosh. Okay. All right. So to actually get into topics of the show, and thank you, Eldurrino, for digging some up. Let's. I'm gonna go. I saw that Crunchyroll one, so I kind of want to talk about this.
Sure.
So apparently, Crunchyroll is decided to recast someone from their show.
Yes.
Like mid-production and everything. Okay, so
What's going on with that?
Okay, real quick. So Crunchyroll's decision to recast Mob Psycho 100's main character has sparked a conversation about exploitation in the industry. What's going on? Looks like there was a YouTube video that came out September 20th. The English dub voice actor of the main character of the anime adaptation of One's hit webcomic Mob Psycho 100 revealed that he would not be returning to reprise his role for the upcoming 3rd season, citing Crunchyroll's refusal to engage regarding the possibility of having contract talks with the Screen Actors Guild, American Federation of Television and Radio Artists, the SAG-AFTRA.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is Kyle McCarley revealed in the video due to Crunchyroll refusing to participate in the roles and contract. Okay, well. In a 5-minute video, he expressed gratitude to the fans of Mob Psycho 100 for their support, citing himself to be yet another fan of the hit series. However, he is saddened by the news that he will not be returning to voice Shigo, hopefully I'm saying that right, Mob Kejiyama in the Mob Psycho 103 due to the hitch encountered in attempting to start talks with Crunchyroll regarding the possibility of producing the upcoming 3rd season with the anime on a SAG-AFTRA union contract. Oh. Okay. So, I'm getting feedback from somebody.
So long story short, basically, this guy wanted to become a part of SAG-AFTRA, which is a union of actors and voice actors that exists in order to protect those that want to make the work, because there's exploitive companies out there, and Crunchyroll was like, well, we don't like that, so see you later. We're just gonna go exploit someone else possibly.
Holy crap. So wait a minute, this whole 2 seasons, this guy has just been an independent contractor.
Yeah, that sounds of it, yeah.
Holy crap.
Like basically the first 2 seasons, it looks like they didn't produce this under the terms of what a SAG-AFTRA contract would be. So now like him and some other actors wanted to do this season per that contract, basically, with all that entails. It's not even a pay thing, really. What's I find it interesting is that it said that he would be paid around the same. It's not really a big pay situation. It's just that they wanted it to be according to that contract, and they don't want that.
Well, yeah, it's in the unions generally have specific rules that a company must abide by in order to hire that person. Like you see it all the time with like maintenance people at companies. They're usually part of a union because their job can hurt them physically. And so in this instance, yeah, I mean, I imagine it really didn't have anything to do with pay. It was more like, you'll see people that will stay in the studio for, 4+ hours, and union rules probably say, so-and-so can only be in a studio for 1, maybe 2 hours before they are required to take a break, essentially.
Right. Yeah.
So that's what I imagine it's about. I know, obviously, Crunchyroll is not very keen on talking about this topic, and that's why they're kind of being lit up right now, is because they just refuse to say anything about it.
So correct me if I'm wrong. If you're a member of SAG-AFTRA, you're not supposed to do union job or stuff that's not a union job.
Yeah.
So by him joining, he kind of, I mean, don't get me wrong, he's totally doing the right thing. He was trying to put it on the right path, and it's just they didn't want to go down that road.
Right. Yes. Well, and it's it's to protect people, obviously, but I know a lot of companies. I've seen casting calls up there that are a bit more on the prestigious side, and they do say non-union because the company that's doing it just doesn't want to deal with the legal or just the paperwork, I guess, of it. I don't know. It's really hard to say because obviously, none of us are part of SAG-AFTRA, or any union for that matter.
It feels like because I mean, I don't understand unions at all, but I'm getting there. It sounds to me that when you're part of that union, there is literally like cookie cutter set of rules that everyone has to follow, and some companies who might have been well established and have their way of doing things just don't want to change because they are set in their ways. They don't want to even attempt that because they know that works. So then you've got an actor who's been part of that way it works and then has decided to go, well, I'd like to be part of this. Would you be willing to bridge that gap? And they've just gone, absolutely not. No, I refuse. And it feels weird. It just feels weird.
Well, so here's kind of the deal with SAG-AFTRA. So SAG-AFTRA members can take non-union jobs. They can. And in fact, SAG-AFTRA is often really, really keen on union members taking non-union jobs, because for a SAG-AFTRA member to take on a non-union job, they need to basically convince the producers to sign onto a SAG-AFTRA contract or open up those channels to have that conversation. SAG-AFTRA wants more people to take on these contracts. So chances are this gentleman was allowed to take on this non-union job under the condition that the producers at Crunchyroll would meet with a contact at SAG-AFTRA to perhaps open that negotiation channel. That they've chosen not to isn't horribly surprising, because if they were to sign on to that, suddenly they would need to, I don't know, insure their fucking actors.
Yeah, right.
That's actually something I was looking at here that said that his expectation was he would do he was willing to do a contract without any union backing, but he just wanted them to meet with SAG-AFTRA representatives so that there could be a negotiation for future productions. And they even mentioned that big thing that they want to make sure that these actors get is like health insurance, retirement funds, especially since, they may, especially in anime, they do some work that's very vocally stressing. So they need to be sure that they can get help if anything happens. And that's just not something you can get a guarantee if you do something non-union. So it's like, I get it. The concern is there. And the fact that they didn't even want to meet with them is like, yikes. Like, God, that's not okay.
No, because they're just, I mean, like I'm saying also, the most important thing apparently that you can offer is health insurance and a retirement fund, which is, I mean, definitely something that helps out for everybody else, moving forward. But it's crazy. It's like what's going on between Starbucks and their people. It's like nobody wants to deal with the union because they get put under the rules and everybody gets a collective bargaining and everything else. And keep in mind, I'm a union member in my other job. I was. My position is actually out of the union now. So it's very interesting how that all works out. A union is a very, very strong force, especially when it comes to companies. So I can see why they're afraid of it, but at the same time, this is horrible press for Crunchyroll.
Big time.
Yeah, there's really a lot of negatives, and it seems like they just are waiting for it to sweep under the rug because they're not saying anything.
I mean,
and what I love about like dub voice acting specifically is, I don't know if anyone has watched. Critical Role did a series of like sit down interviews a couple of years ago where Brian Foster would interview the various members of the cast, and they would all talk about their experience doing dub work. And especially when they're talking about, they called dubbing animes like voice actor boot camp. But what's very, very funny about when they talk about it is when you watch them talk about it, they all get this very, very, very distinct kind of like look in their eyes like, oh, Jesus Christ, those days.
Yeah.
Because, God, it's just it's the fucking worst, dude.
Yeah.
Oof.
I mean, you look at any interview with oh my God, what's his name? Steven Schmel.
Oh, Schmel. Mm.
No, the guy who plays Goku.
Okay, yeah.
He will fully admit there's been times in which he's been recorded and he has passed out from screaming so much and so hard. You should never get to that point in the booth. Like and I'll admit, like even when I was recording for Renara's intro this past week, I kind of got a little lightheaded because I was yelling, and when you're doing it with that tone of voice, Sean Schemmel.
Mm-hmm.
Sean Schemmel. Wow, that's hard to say.
Boo. Sorry.
So no, but like doing that kind of work, it is tough, and you're depriving your brain of oxygen, and that's what causes you to pass out. And like granted, I didn't, because I am trained enough to know my limits and know when I need to stop. But yeah, like if you're not part of the union, they're gonna keep cracking that whip.
They can force you.
Saying, do it again, do it again, and that's not good. And I understand why companies tend to stay away from unionization or having to deal with a union, but I don't know. At the same time, like if you care about your employees more than you care about making your paycheck, you wouldn't care, or you wouldn't mind dealing with the union.
Or at the very least, you would, just do the meeting part. Like it's the thing of like you wouldn't have had to come to an agreement even if you like. Right. It's just the thing of just being proactive and going, yes, I will meet this person. Doesn't necessarily mean I'm going to agree with everything, but at least putting your foot forward in that regard. And then just but instead of they've just turtled, which then just makes me feel like there's more stuff going on that we might not know. Because if their reaction to anything union is to suddenly hide away almost, you kind of wonder, okay, what else? It seems like an overreaction for something small, and when people usually do that, there's more shit going on. So I'm kind of going,
But everything runs on the bottom line, especially in the U.S. Stock prices and everything are based off of how much profit they've made. If them going union is affecting the profit, that's why they're so afraid. I just looked up how many series are on Crunchyroll. Apparently, there's over 1,000.
Yeah.
So it's surprising to me that many of them and they're not talking to SAG-AFTRA is absolutely insane. And I don't have an account. I know my daughter does. I may talk to her about whether or not to keep it at this point,
All right.
I wanted to find the tweet just to see what she said exactly, but I find it interesting that like at the very bottom of that article, it mentions that Anaïs Quiñones, who worked on the Jujutsu Kaisen movie, she said she was only paid $150 in total for her work on the role in that movie. And I'm like, what? Depending, I don't know. I haven't seen it. I don't know how big her role was in that film, but $150 for a film role, that's like,
that's
wow.
bullshit.
Okay.
And I'm pretty sure she's got no residuals too, which is even worse.
Yeah, it was non-union, but it's like, wow, okay. Jesus.
Yeah, I suppose that is another thing that does come with unionization is, you can negotiate residuals in your contract. You can say, say you take part in a movie and you get your initial paycheck of whatever, like $2K, we'll say. If the movie makes $100 million, you can say, I want a percentage of that.
Yeah.
And, so, I mean, I know that they mentioned that it wasn't necessarily about the pay as to why they refused to open up that conversation. But, I mean, residuals are still kind of part of it, so that could have been part of it.
We've had guests that say the scary word is in perpetuity. Because that means they can use it as much as they want, and they don't need to pay you for anything.
That and you're locked in. So, like, you know, I do an ad for Pepsi. I can never do an ad for Coke as long as I live.
Yep.
Yeah.
So be careful.
Which I wouldn't do it anyways because Coke is terrible. But
oh my god.
Sorry, I'm picking a fight today.
You woke up and chose violence, I see. Right.
And she even said that the $150 was prior to deductions of taxes and agent commission fees, which is very dark.
Oh my god.
Yeah, and then a tweet that she did mention that she did make was like the union provides healthcare, including dental, taxes already taken off your paycheck, which is for them, I'm sure, such a big relief.
Yeah.
And COVID compliance mandate, which is, I'm sure, not something that studios have to abide by non-union. Just like, damn.
Well, I mean, especially right now, you don't want to get COVID as a voice actor because you're going to be out of commission for a while.
No.
Yeah.
Out of commission for a while, man, dude. When you get COVID, you're rolling the dice. You're going to be out of commission forever.
Right.
Oh, man, in the U.S., there's a really rich history with unions. Unions are really important in the U.S. because historically, we know that when unions don't exist, companies will abuse you as much as they can. As much as they can get away with, they're going to do. To the point where in the US, when unions first kind of started popping up, what companies would do, they'd do this really cute little thing where they would actually hire like private militias to murder union organizers. Yeah, dude, the U.S. is fucked, man.
Hashtag American much.
I heard
America.
the insane backlash when people started to like form unions, but like
fucking
holy
Google
crap.
the Pinkertons, dude.
Yeah.
Shit's wild.
Yeah, the
It's
Pinkerton.
crazy. That was their thing. They'd murder union organizers. It's great, and by great, I of course mean abjectly horrible.
Absolutely.
But that kind of speaks like how important unions are, because without unions in the U.S., we don't have a 5-day work week. We don't have mandated breaks. Children are losing limbs and minds. Read Upton Sinclair's The Jungle, etc., so on and so forth. They're very important. And when they're not around, or when you do not have to play by the rules of a union, companies will absolutely do anything they can to make sure that they get as much as they can out of you without giving anything in return.
Of course.
Yeah.
I'm so glad I live in England. Because I don't think they do that over here.
That's important in any job. Like, this doesn't have to do with voice acting, but I just have to mention this, how terribly bullshit right now things are regarding COVID still, where like my partner, he lives in El Salvador, so it's different, but still he has the opportunity to do from home and on site, but instead of having him do most of his work from home, they still really want him to be on site a lot. They just really want that. And on top of that, they won't let him use the mask that is strongly recommended by the government, the N95 mask.
Yeah.
They won't let him do that. They don't want that. They only want him to use like the sort of like cloth masks on site. Poor guy got COVID, was out for commission for 2 weeks, and then they had the audacity to deny him a promotion because his absenteeism was too high.
Oh my God.
Screw you! This is your fault. You didn't let him protect himself. And it's like, oh God.
Jeez.
So bad. And it's like, I can only imagine for voice actors, especially if nothing like that is stressed or really complied, that must really suffer if they do get COVID and then they act like that's your fault. You must have done something wrong then. It wasn't from us. It didn't come from here. I swear it didn't.
It's funny because I'm starting to feel like more places are starting to go in that direction now that we're going into an endemic phase of COVID. Oh my God, Chad.
I tried to be quiet.
God damn it. Okay, so Fire and Brimstone. That's a fantastic piece of history relating to Ravenmane's story. Also mentioned, you guys sure independence was a good idea? Eldurrino said.
Yes. Fuck your tea, bitch. That shit is in the harbor, son. turning the ocean into a cuppa.
And then Ravenmane.
England does not exist.
Fuck all of you. Fuck all of you.
Oh, I'm sure my daughter will be happy about all of that going on.
Your daughter has started something that will live on for generations to come.
Oh my God.
And I'm so
Certainly every time I'm on this show.
Just like
so
the door.
The door.
The door.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, we've got 8 minutes left in the show. Thank God.
Really?
It's all good. It's all good.
So, okay. Any last words? Because this. I mean, people exploitation. Boo. I mean, we're not gonna.
Big boo.
Big boo. So, fuck you, Crunchyroll.
I will just say for
hire me.
anyone who. Wow, shameless.
Yeah.
I was gonna say for those listening, don't let an event like this deter you from being who you want to be. I know it sounds ridiculous, but honestly, like the part of being or the idea of being in a union is way down the road.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
don't let stuff like this affect your.
But at the same time, just in
mindset.
general, don't let yourself get exploited. Even if you're going for a role and they're asking you to do weird stuff or yell stuff like that, don't be afraid to say, "Hey, this is a little too much. Can we figure something out? Can we play, or can you give me more time to let my voice rest and I can turn this stuff in?" So that I think is the lesson for all of us here.
Yes.
I mean, you
Stick
are
up
your
for
own
yourself.
business, and so you can make the rules, and you can like you know what you can and can't do. And if somebody starts to make you feel uncomfortable, then you have the power to just go, "No, I'm good." Yeah. Just don't be afraid to say no. I mean, we've all got to that point now where we're all not taking unpaid work now, and we've all managed to put our foot down for that. So it's the thing. And if you're feeling weird about it, trust your gut. You know better than anyone. So if something feels a bit weird and you want to work with them to sort it out and you're still getting a weird vibe, you can say no.
Yep.
As much as hard as it is. Trust
Yeah,
me.
Renara,
I
it's
know.
hard, huh?
Yeah, Renara.
I haven't said okay. I haven't said okay to anything new, right? The other stuff for Skywind is stuff that I said yes to months ago. So
That's
I've not
fine. That's
actually
fine.
got anything new.
Yeah,
So yeah.
Okay.
Totally legal.
So basically, short story is you can say no unless you've already said yes.
But even then, you got some wiggle room.
Yeah.
Real quick one, only because I see this one. It's called Terrified on Reddit. It reads, "I'm so scared to make the leap and get started. I don't know how to edit anything, and everything is so expensive. I can't work right now because I have a nerve disorder, but I have a decent amount of money saved up. I know VA won't pay the bills." Woo, truck. But I need something to come into my bank account. I'm terrified of spending money, terrified that my voice is so off-putting that nobody would want to hear it. I have no idea how to edit voice work or edit anything in general. I don't know how to set up a studio. I don't know how to tell good quality from bad. I'm so scared and I don't know how to make the leap or not. Everything costs so much. I don't even know if my voice is worth it. What should I do? How do I know if I can do this? Oh, Renara's
Just
about to
do
explode.
it.
Shit.
Just do it. No, I was in the exact same boat. I was told by every acting professional, like my teachers and everything, that I was shit, that I shouldn't even try. So I spent years just going, oh, I would really like to, but I don't know, and everything's so expensive. And then all I did was I got a headset mic, which was the shittiest quality thing ever, but I auditioned with it. And I just, I fucking went for it. And the more you do, the more you will learn along the way. This is a process. You are not going to learn everything straight off the bat. Make those small steps. Start now with something small. Find, I don't know, a fanfic you've on Notepad that you really like, and record yourself reading it. You don't have to release that, but just find writing that you like. It might be someone else's stuff. It might, as long as it's in like the sort of like Creative Commons thing. Find stuff that you like and start recording. Use whatever equipment you've got lying around. Normal like headset mics will be a brilliant first start because it gets you used to speaking into a microphone, and you can just figure out like ways to position it so that it's not blowing out or whatever. You will find things as you go, and then you'll learn specific small pieces correcting as you go. I had pops, clicks, all sorts of nasty shit in my original audio things. And what did I do? I then found specific things to sort out those individual things. Slowly but surely that then increased to, oh, there's Foley. I then, decided to look online and see where things could come from, and then I discovered YouTube Studio. It's a process. It's the journey. Do not be afraid of taking that first step. And if you stumble, fall flat on your face and tumble down off of a cliff, you will be able to get back up, and you will still be able to keep going, because I know I have. I've done my thing.
Nice. You're pointing at me, Eldurrino?
Yeah.
Okay.
So you play the sound bite.
Oh, damn it! It's low.
That was a good ramble this time.
That was a very good ramble. I'm going to say this. You don't need to spend money on expensive equipment. You may need to spend some. And understand if you actually do want to make the leap for it, an AT2020 from Audio-Technica is only about $80. And it's a great mic. You can get a little mixer on the side for maybe about another $80. And you download Reaper. Or if you're brave enough, download Audacity. Just make sure it's before the 3.0 version.
Yeah.
And you go at it. And then you start thinking, because the mic is going to pick up how crappy your room is. Then you start thinking of the room treatment. And then you start going, you get the extra cable so you can go in the closet and you can record in there. And that's where you're going to start thriving. But I mean, keep in mind, you're not going to get paid right out the door. Payment is going to be a long ways away. So you may have to find other ways to make your ends meet.
Because you love it, because you're having fun. That's the main thing. That's how all of us started. If you're having fun, that's the important part.
Absolutely. I knew
Money
shit.
and microphones come later.
Yeah, I knew shit when I started. I bought an expensive-ass microphone that, in all honesty, I really didn't need. I honestly have two very expensive-ass microphones, only because I use one for singing and I use one for voice recording. I could have done just as well in the AT2020 in that booth, honestly. And probably it's picking up a lot of extra shit that it probably shouldn't have. So,
here's the thing.
Yeah.
Who would like to hear my very first auditions?
Yes.
Very first auditions with Skywind. Okay, give me a second to find it.
Yeah.
And I'll put it at the end. But this is what I started with. Okay.
Yeah.
I
We'll
do
keep
wanna
going.
mention,
Yes.
that when you say that the starter mic sort of pick up everything gives me PTSD, because when I started out, I lived with my grandma, my cousin, so it was a house in total like 4 people. So when everyone was home or my grandma was just busy doing anything, I was trying to record. I told them, like, don't talk. Please try not to do anything that can make any noise, because this thing will pick it up even with the door closed right across the house. They didn't believe me. They were like, that's impossible. How can I hear anything from across the house? I'm like, I can hear you putting away a dish on the dishwasher. I can hear the little thing just, I can hear you. I can hear those parts. I can hear you guys. I am not joking. And they just did not want to believe me. And they like talked in whispers and stuff. I'm like, can you guys just not understand? I can hear you. I can hear this with my headphones on. I can hear you.
Yeah.
It was so stressful.
You've occasionally heard birds that are 2 rooms that way through 2 closed doors because my wife likes birds. And it's, I mean, there's what am I going to tell my wife? No, I mean, that just doesn't happen. So anytime somebody goes in or out this bathroom and they close the door, I can hear it, and I hear it in my audio, and occasionally you will hear it coming through the show. That's all the good mics picking up all the crap that's around. So you have to be very careful.
Can we do we need to record another soundbite. You can sample this for later. Real talk with Eldurrino. So here's the
I'll
thing.
add the snicker and the laugh too right afterwards.
Yeah.
So
perfect.
here's the thing, my friend. You're gonna suck. You're gonna be really, really bad at it when you start. And you know what? That's fine, because that's where we all were. No one is gonna be great at something right out of the gate. And it's okay to be afraid. It's a new experience that you are interested in and that you want to try out. I mean, like, you don't see people build cities, you know, just they'll wake up one day and think, I'm going to make an entire building, you know, like, it requires practice and training and whatnot. Don't let the big picture consume you or overwhelm you. Start small. Think about something that you like to do. Think about if you like to do singing, if you like to read books, if you like to read comics, manga, whatever the case may be. Start there. You don't even have to have a mic. Just start doing it and then work your way into it. Get a mic, record yourself, listen to yourself. That's going to train not only your voice, but your ear. And you can then just get the ball rolling from there. Like, the point is, it's okay to be terrified. I'm telling you not to be terrified, because you will make something of yourself. The end. I will also note, when it comes to room treatment, when I first started doing this, I joined Backstage, which is not the best place to personally go. I actually lost a pilot because of my crappy I'm living in a can audio. So make sure, again, you treat your room. It's more important than the mic. And I have Renara's stuff. So are we ready for this?
Yeah.
Go for it.
Okay.
Right, they're all up there now, so.
You're frozen for me, Renara. Oh, there you go. Hey.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. Welcome back.
All good. Have fun.
Here we go.
Unworthy, unworthy, unworthy. Useless mortal meats, walking bag of dung.
I was tiny.
Shame he's dead. These things happen.
Okay, that was the American. That's what it was marked
No, that
as.
was Sheagora.
Oh, was it? Oh, okay, no, so this is American.
So oh god, the orc. Yeah, go on then. Go on then.
I guess you don't know how to talk to a knight, so I'll teach you. Say, yes, Sir Mazoga. I'm a free knight. I don't have a lord. You got a problem with that? All right, then. There's an Argonian named Weebamna in town. Go get him for me. Go tell him I need to see him right now. I'll meet him here. This guy, Mogun's Windshifter, he camps at Fisherman's Rock. So you take me there, and I talk to him, and then we see what happens. You hear me? I talk to him first. No smashing his teeth or chopping off his head. Understand? Could be. You know how it is. But not until I finish talking.
Okay, buttons off. I will say this, of course, if you send in your audio, we will not make fun of you in any particular way. Please note, we will give you constructive feedback.
I know that's bad. So
I all of a sudden feel like when American tries to do an English accent and your feelings behind it.
Yeah.
Only I think that sounds worse. like when an American trying to do a British accent sounds worse than that, honestly, for me.
Okay.
I think that personally.
Yeah, no, I tend to agree. I don't know what it is. 100% of English people, as imaginary though they may be, 100% of these imaginary fake people do a better American accent than American people doing an English accent.
Yes.
In my experience.
So, I auditioned for everything but Dunmer. So I did they listened to my Altmer one and they went, ooh, no, we like your voice. You've got a really low voice. We don't want you to do alt mode. You don't sound snooty enough. I'm like, I'm British. What else? What more do you want? But like that is what I started with. You could hear like all of just the extra stuff in it, and that I'm having. Do I have it in here? I do. I have the thing. So it's like. It would be attached to my, for those of you who can't see, I can't plug it in. It'd be there, and then I'd have to sort of twist it to make sure that the, I didn't get plosives right, like, if basically,
Yeah,
if you know what I mean. So I'd have it twisted sort of either slightly out like that or whatever, and I just started with that, and
Yeah.
that is what happened. So...
But again,
just
that's the
start.
biggest thing. It's just start doing it. You're not gonna get famous overnight. Don't even try. Whoa! I didn't mean to do that. Sorry, apologize.
Unworthy.
So
Just screaming, I am worthy.
unworthy. The door.
I was going to say, who wants more Shaggorath lads? I have more.
No, we're gonna leave it
Okay.
there for this particular one.
Okay.
Thanks for everything, everybody. Thanks for being here. Thank you for the show. Misty,
Thanks,
we missed you for
Ravenmane's
karaoke.
award.
Hopefully at some point we're gonna get there. Ravenmane's long arms. Thank you very much, sir. Appreciate it.
Thank you for having my toilet and myself. We both appreciate it.
Real quick chat. Fire and Brimstone says, I can out-American all of you.
Yes, he can. Yes, he can. I'm not joking. I keep telling him to do voice acting, but he won't do it, and I'm really annoyed at him for it.
Oh yeah, how many hot dogs can you eat in one sitting? What's your glizzy record? You want to out-American me? Huh?
Don't.
How many guns have you shot?
I have to deal with him in real life. Please do not do this.
Magmorta says, bye you all you lovely people. Ladies and gentlemen, that's it. Thank you so much for being here, whether you listened to us on the podcast, or watched us on YouTube, or even here live. Appreciate each and every one of you. If you have a topic or anything you would like us to talk about, please feel free to email us, ColdReadthePodcast@gmail.com, or you can join our Discord and send us a message through there. I appreciate it. Fire and Brimstone is answering so many hot dogs and so many guns.
Fuck you. Oh, damn. That's a very American answer. Jeez.
Hot dog gun.
I'm pretty sure there's some American in his bloodline somewhere. I don't know.
Thank you, everybody, again. I appreciate each and every one of you. Remember, start of the month, we're going to try to do the karaoke, so please feel free to come on in, join us, and join the audience. It was a ton of fun. It was very therapeutic, and again, thanks to Orange You Glad, thank you, Ravenmane, Eldurrino, and the wonderful Renara. I loved your singing. It was so great to hear it live. Next intro is Eldurrino.
'Tis me, and I already spoiled it for everybody, but it should still be an exciting intro because we're getting spooky.
Spooky.
And also next week we are going to have the wonderful Badger Missile on.
Yes.
It's
Okay.
been part of a number of Renara's intros, if I recall.
Mm-hmm.
So that
And
will be fun.
he voices a Robin in the Assassin's Blade
Nice.
audiobook. So there'll be more of him eventually once a Robin comes back, but he just only had to do one thing, and there will be more.
Thank you so much, everybody. I think we've already done a lot of the positives. Any quick ones there, Renara, for everybody?
Don't forget to have fun.
I love it.
If you're not having fun, then just find a way to have fun, because if you're doing it and you have fun, then you'll grow and you'll learn, and you will not believe how much you learn in a year. Because as somebody who didn't know about Twitch, did not know anything, like brand new to all of this, I am making Legend of Cold Read, and I did not anticipate that to be a thing. Like I butterfly wings hurricanes. It really is a thing.
Nice.
But yes. Have fun.
Thank you. Everybody, thank you so much. Everybody, wave bye. Blow microwave. So we got Ravenmane. Bye.
Microwave.
Drink water.
There it is.